Wild Talents, by Charles Hoyfort, Chapter 16b. Data of variations and heredity and adaptations, of multiplications and of checks and of the doctrine of Malthus, of acquired characters and of transmissions, and they organized into the origin of species. Just as, once upon a time, minerals that had affinity for one another came together and took on geometrical appearances. But a crystal is not supposed to be either a prohibition or an anti-prohibition argument. I know of a crystal of quartz that weighs several hundred pounds. But it has not been mistaken for propaganda, or all theories, theological, scientific, philosophical, and that they represent the same organizing process, but that self-conscious theorists, instead of recognizing that thought forms were appearing in their minds, as in wider existence have appeared crystalline constructions, have believed that it was immortal truth that they were conceiving, oxygen and sulfur and carbon, or Emma Pigot and Ambrose Small and Rose Smith. Or let's have just a little minor expression, or organization, a small composition, arranging the data of poltergeist girls. The elements of this synthesis are moving objects, fires, girls in strange surroundings, youth and the atavism of youth. Case of Jenny Bramwell, she was an adopted daughter. The Antigonish girl was an adopted daughter. See the Dag case, adopted daughter. Adoption is a good deal of a disguise for getting little girls to work for not much more than nothing. It is not so much that so many poltergeist girls have been housemaids and adopted daughters, as that so many of them have been not in their own homes, lost and helpless youngsters, under hard taskmasters, in strange surroundings, or the first uncertain and precarious appearances of human beings upon this earth, and a need for them, and a fostering, a nurturing, a protection, far different from conditions in these swarming times, when the need is for eliminations. The lost child in primordial woods, and the value of her, which no genius, king, or leveler of kings, has today. That object smoothed in her presence, fruits of trees that came down from the trees and set themselves beside her, the shaking of bushes that cast, to her, berries, the night and coldness, faggots joining twigs, and dancing around her, heaping, the crackling of flames to warm her. Or that, to this day, grotesque capers of chairs, the antics of sofas, and the seeming wantonness of flames are survivals of cooperations that once upon a time moved even the trees, when a child was lost in the forest. The old mathematicians has this aesthetic appraisal of their thoughts. They wrote theorems and calculi for elegance, and were scornful of uses. But virtually everything that they produced for elegance, was put to work by astronomers, navigators, surveyors. I assemble, compositionally, what I call data, but I am much depressed, perhaps, fearing that they have meaning outside themselves, or may be useful.